Good evening from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's 11:15 p.m. I'm pretty tired. My hands ache with arthritis. I'm sore and I've been feeling very, very depressed this afternoon and evening because I failed twice at casting and melting silver. But I have just made another casting of this little plastic Yoda toy. Yoda. There is only try. I think that's the expression. So try we must. Anyway, little Yoda. I've only got one of him. Pity I don't have two. I could turn him into a pair of earrings, drill a hole in his head, and he'd make quite funky earrings, wouldn't he? But anyway, I used this little Yoda head. I'm not even sure where it came from, quite frankly. I must have got it in one of those Woolworths toy things, because there's only one. It's odd. If I had known how cool he was, I would have bought two. But I don't think I bought him. I think he came to me serendipitously, as many of my little treasures come to me or are gifted to me by my beautiful earth angels and friends. So anyway, little Yoda, he's not showing up. He's actually more of a turquoise blue from looking from my side. Turquoise blue. Yoda, Yoda, Yoda. The force is with you. The force is with you. The force is with me because I went out like a maniac at 11 o'clock and... Oh, he's only plastic. He'll live. And, sorry, Yoda. Don't mean to desecrate you. So I went out and I've just done another casting and I don't know if it's worked yet because the aluminium thing flask is really, really hot. In the AJS videos, they said that you can actually, pull them apart and look at them straight away and the flask doesn't get that hot, but they must use a larger flask because this one is so hot that I have to wait for it to cool down. The last casting I did, I ran it under the tap because it says in the instructions you can run it under the tap. But I don't know if all that water is all that good to get into the Delft clay because it's meant to be reusable. I don't think you're meant to get it wet. Anywho, this time I'm just going to let it cool down naturally because I'm excited because I might have a sterling silver Yoda head which I can then turn into maybe a pendant. If I had to, I'd make a pair of earrings, but I think in sterling silver, he'll be too heavy to wear hanging off your ears anyway. But I'm very excited. I haven't got permission from, the Star Wars, whoever made the George Lucas, and I'm not even sure which picture house did the George Lucas Star Wars films, but I'm sure he's trademarked and so I can't sell him. I'd like to sell him as a pendant because he's like way cool and the force must be with us. It's a spiritual matter, but unfortunately big business in Hollywood doesn't work that way. He's probably a licensed character, so I can't resell him. However, I probably will wear him in good health. So he can go in my witchy charm necklace because why not? The force is with us and I've got a witch's hat from Wicked on there. And that was the first thing I did when my daughter went to the Wicked musical was she bought me a little key ring. And this was years before I even thought about making my own silver jewellery, right? So I took the key ring down to my jeweller and I asked him to get someone, because he didn't know how to do casting either. So I asked him to get someone to cast me a witch's hat in sterling silver. And so I think I got 2 or 3 made. I got one for me, one for Crystal, my daughter. I think I got a third one made for my daughter Jasmine. I think. I know my eldest daughter definitely has one because I definitely had bought 2. Anyway, so now the exciting thing is get the light out of my eyes, the stars in my eyes, the stars in my eyes. The exciting thing is maybe tonight I have succeeded in casting my own little Yoda without having to rely on going to a jeweler and getting it all done and paying out a lot of money. All I needed was my own sterling silver scraps, which I had acquired from making sterling silver spoon rings, and a little mould. So I'm excited. Shall we go out and see if it's cooled down a bit? Shall we be like little children in the night, checking on the silver castings? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I don't know if I can turn this phone around though. I don't know how to do it. I'll just try it. No, that doesn't work. All right, well, we're still talking, so Beauregard, don't go near the hot things, Beauregard. Don't go near the hot things. Okay, here we go. I'll just open the laundry door. We've got the light of the moon. Got the light of the moon, but we need a little bit more light. Need a little bit more light. Right, here we go. Here we go. Out to my magic fire pit. And here we go. I have to turn you around. Turn you around. I don't know if you can see it. It's very, very dark. Here's my hand. Oh, no, still too hot. Okay, well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer, isn't it? I was so excited I wanted to show you my new Yoda. I have a good feeling that he worked. Let's hope he did, because I'm getting better. This is my third attempt and I'm getting better. So if I'm getting better after only 3 attempts and it doesn't work this time, it should work sometime in the future. That's my theory and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, shh, it's very late at night and I'm disturbing the neighbours. That's why I was born, to disturb my neighbours. Can you see the moon? Can you see the moon? Here's the moon behind me. Oh, it's a beautiful moon. It's a beautiful moon. Let's zoom. Oh, we can't zoom in on the moon. Bugger. But there's the stars in my eyes. No, it's a reflection of my glasses. I look like my mother now. Everything reflects off my glasses. It's really creepy. If I can get enough money, I'll get those kind of, what do you call them? I don't want laser eye surgery. Those cool kind of, I don't know, because I hate poking myself in the eye. I was just about to say I'll get those cool contact lenses, you know, so I can get rid of ugly glasses and stop looking like my mother. But guess what? I've always looked like my mother, so I can't do a damn thing about that. Glasses or no glasses, I'll still look like my mother. So anyway, I so wanted to show you my exciting thing. Maybe I'll stop this video and go out and run it under a tap and then make another video and show you how it worked out. Yes, that's an idea, because I can't do videoing and running things under a tap in the dark, because that's just mad. All right, good evening from sacred space at Titania's realm. Mama T, aka the Tanya, aka Psychedelic Dreamer, has gone a little bit mad. I also need to wash my hair tomorrow, mañana. Has gone a little bit mad over her silversmithing jewellery. It's become a little bit of an obsession. But I feel less depressed now that I realise that I can actually do it, and I haven't wasted a shit ton of money on the Delft clay. Oh my God, I've put so much money into this. Money that I can't really afford, because I've become a little bit obsessed, because I want to succeed. I just want to succeed. Just for once in my life, you know. I want to be good at something that doesn't involve eating dancing, giving away my energy for free, fighting. I just want something uplifting and positive to show for all my efforts. So there is that. But look, I have got lots of uplifting, positive things to show for all my efforts. Like here's a weaving I did when I was only 20. Well, gosh, it was before I came to Australia, because I did it of the Picton Ferry as a goodbye gift to myself. So I've made lovely things on my toe. So I would have been about 22 when I made that. Oh, and here's the other thing I made of Island Bay, where I come from, where I was spawned in Island Bay. And look, here's another thing I made. Here's another thing I made. This one I made biologically in my own body. It was very, very painful. We won't go there. But that's thing number one that I made. She's not a thing. She's a lovely girl. But, you know, let's face it. It was a huge effort. And here's the other thing that I made. Well, in my own body, biological thing that I made. No, that's not right. Let's do it. There she is. Jasmine. Yes, so I made two things in my own body. That was very scary, very painful. Don't recommend it, but, you know, I'm glad I did it because, you know, I got to be a mother, at least. At least I got to be a mother. It wasn't an easy time being a mother because we won't go there. All the monstrosities that happened with my husband and family, but I did it, and I did it largely by myself. Here's another thing that I made. So this whole, she looks like she's got a bruise, but she hasn't, has she? No, mustn't have bruises on her face. There's a shadow. I made her, about 10 years ago. And then I made friends with a treacherous redhead. So it was almost prescient, that weaving, but never mind. Life goes on. I've made lots of lovely things. Here's all my tapestries I made. So usually I just specialise in doing things like tapestries, and my fairies that I made. Nobody wants to buy my fairies. They said they're creepy and weird. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Anyway, I don't care. I love them. I think they're beautiful. And my Titania's realm was inspired by the fairies and the Queen, one of the Queen fairies being Titania and Oberon. So a little bit of a nod to Shakespeare there because my daughter's an actor. So, you know, I've been feeling very lost today. Here's another thing I made. I painted up. Look, it's beautiful. It's weird and it's beautiful, just like me. Yes, Socks, may he rest in peace, my beautiful boy. And on this side, there's Beauregard, who thankfully is still with us. There we go. There we go, my beautiful Beauregard. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're a gorgeous dog. Anyway, so look, and here's the thing in front. The thing in front. So, you know what? I must tell you, I've been feeling very depressed today, very downhearted, because I failed at that bloody casting twice. I don't like failure. I don't like constant failure and constant trying and constant failing. But as Yoda said, you must keep trying. You must keep trying. Try you must. Anyway, so I'm not a failure. Not really. I mean, I've failed at, you know, true love and romance and, you know, having a life partner. I failed at that because I kept picking arseholes. Oh, dear God, we won't go there about the arseholes I picked. But anywho, I failed at that. And I failed at having, you know, a proper life path of fortune and money and success through no fault of my own. Those things were torn away from me by malicious people. They can't tear away the things that I have made in my own body and by my own hands and from my own heart and my own inspiration. I can't tear those away. They can take my lovers out from under me. Well, they weren't really mine if they were so easily taken. They can take my houses times at about 4. They can rob me of, comfort and ease in my old age, which they have done successfully. But they can't take away my heart and my creativity and my will and determination to succeed, even if it's only in little things like making little Yoda heads. Why, Delilah? Or, my other arty-farty things I do, like my beautiful table. Look at my beautiful table. I did that. I made that. So, well, I didn't make the table, but I decoupaged it. Look, it's formidable, darlings. Formidable. I've got to get my dog. It's barking in the neighbourhood down. They're going to really hate me today. I've been so naughty, talking out loud when they're all asleep. Got to go to work in the morning. I'm a selfish neighbour. Yes, I am. Right. Beauregard. Get in the house, naughty boy. This way. Now, where are you going? Everyone can see you. All of YouTube can see you being a naughty boy. All right. Come on. Get in the house. No more waking up the neighbours. They got to work in the morning. They don't work like me at night. And I come alive at night like a wild thing, like a 1,000-petaled lotus. Everyone else is going to sleep and I suddenly get activated and melt silver. Oops. Anyway, on that note, good night from Sacred Space. I'll show you the finished product when it's done. Hopefully it's done now and cooling down. All right. Much love from the multiverses in all paradigms, across all dimensions, on planet Earth, from the Ein Sof Or down to Malkut and back again. Bouncy. Good night from us, Lila Tov, from Sacred Space, Titania's realm. Blessed be.